Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire allotment adventures on what is here in the UK Good Friday. The sun's just coming out. There's a little bit of wind, but it's quite a beautiful morning here on the allotment. I hope you're well. What we're talking about today? Well, I've actually put my hand in my pocket, got my money out and bought a pepper. I don't normally buy plants, but why not? If we've not enough room to grow your own, or you can't afford the seeds, or whatever you want, one or two plants, there's nothing wrong in buying something that's established already. We'll take a look at that. And also, let's talk about woodlice. And lots more, of course. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. I'm sitting at what's rapidly becoming my favourite place on the allotment. I can see most things from here. Sheltered, and it's great. It's such a lovely place to sit. I do have to have a padded seat, however, because I'm sitting on stone. My little wildlife area, I say wildlife, it's all where the wildflowers are, which will attract all the wildlife, hopefully, when they get bigger, is coming along really nicely. I've had to resource some of the seeds because I don't know what I've said before. I had a cat here on the allotment. Decided just here to make this its toilet. And so it decided to move a lot of the plants. And anyway, I put a little shield up now, as I've probably said before. So it's coming along really nicely. Gets watered individually every day. And well, I can't wait to see what's going to come up behind me. They're still buying weed all over the place, so I'll take it off. So hopefully, eventually, if you keep pricking it out, wherever you see it coming from the ground, it will tire. It will run out of steam, and it won't even be in this area anymore. It will just die off and send it all the energy somewhere else, hopefully, to get its shoots to the ground and get those flowers going, which we don't want here on the allotment. So what we're talking about today? Well, I'm going to talk about buying plants, and why not? I do sometimes buy rescue plants, vegetable plants particularly. Now this one here, this was half price. It was £1. It should have been £2, and it's a tomato. Now when I got this, there was hardly any of the plant. There was probably one or two leaves. It'd been eaten by something. They'd not watered it very well, so it was dying, bless it. And well, it's a risk, isn't it, for £1 to bring it home, repot it, put it in some really good compost, and water well. I have water dripping from my hands because what I've done is I've just re-watered everything in there into the trays for a while, and then I empty the trays so they get lots of lovely nutrients through the water. These are watered with rainwater. It really does establish them well for being watered later on. And well, it's going really well. I've got I've got a whole tomato plant now that's come out of nothing virtually. And so normally that's what I do. I rescue the plants. I don't think it's too bad. I don't want them. I have to stop going at sometimes to well, garden centres and things, because you often find plants and I can't resist. I can't see them being lonely and sad on the shelf. I have to bring them home and try and rescue them. Now, there's nothing wrong at all in buying your own plants. There's sometimes a bit of snobbery around allotment gardening, particularly. You have to grow everything yourself. You've got to get in time. You can't put anything until April. You get potatoes in April, March, whatever. Sometimes you just have to feel your way through. We're not all successful. I've got loads of rubbish still on the allotment. It needs to go to tip. It will do. Not this weekend. It's bank holiday weekend here in the UK. It will be hell, honestly. So that can wait. But just to come down and potter, and you don't need much. I bought it because I've never seen this pepper before. It's a sweet pepper, but it's called tequila. And I'll take a picture of this because it's purple. A purple variety, obviously bred to become purple, and it's called tequila. And it just says sweet peppers, large lobed black type with lilac coloured fruits. It says easy to grow, best situated in greenhouse production, of which I will be doing. And give it some good fertilizers. When the first fruit appears, start to feed and water regularly. And but you've got to do it evenly during dry spells. And that's in a way where a really good watering system comes in if you can't be around every day to go down and make sure they're getting some water on a regular basis. And so yeah, So that is called sweet. It's a sweet pepper, and it's called tequila. Well, why not? We're on a bank holiday weekend. Let's get those tequila slammers out, shall we? Oh, I remember. Oh, I've ever had a tequila slammer. Salt. Is it lime? I can't remember. I think it's salt, lime, or salt, lemon. Salt in your hand, lemon, and a tequila. I can't remember the order now. Just suck the lemon, and anyway, what a weekend that was. Let's not go there, shall we? Now, the other thing about brilliant about gardening, as you know. So yeah, don't feel guilty. You buy what, because actually that pepper from my local garden centre cost me, I think it was £2. So that's not bad, is it? If I get 4 peppers off there, if I could get 5, I've made a profit, because they're about 59, 60p each, aren't they, individually? So if I could get, but that's the normal ones. That's the yellow ones and the red ones and the green ones and the orange ones. Never been able to buy or seen a purple pepper in a shop. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get some peppers off that. So yeah, oh, even if I get 1, that would be absolutely brilliant. Absolutely stunning. Now, as I said, you can grow anything, anywhere, in anything. So in here, I have some potatoes. And because this has been in the greenhouse, it's starting to come. I have potatoes in buckets, and they're in the greenhouse too. A black bucket, cost £1, absolutely fantastic. I was a bit worried, they've been a bit slow coming out, but these are in the greenhouse, and it's coming up. So when it gets a bit taller, possibly in line with this rim, the inside rim here, I'll put some more soil on top of that. Now, what do potatoes do when they're underground? I've always wondered, because I've been a bit worried that this lot here behind me that are in the ground aren't shooting through the soil, but still not being warm enough yet for them to develop upwards out into the sunshine. However, I've had a little sneaky peek. It's a little dangerous when you do sneaky peeks, because sometimes you can ruin what's in there. But I thought, you know what? I've got lots of spares that are going to go into buckets and all sorts of things shortly. So I thought I'd have a quick look. It's sending shoots out and roots. It's incredible. So here, have a look at this photograph. Look at that. On both sides of the potato, we've got beautiful white roots, and you can just see on one side a little shoot coming up, and that will become the stems coming up through the soil, giving us all the leaves to produce the potatoes in the ground. Nature is absolutely wonderful. I need to worry, they're doing their job, starting to grow into beautiful potato plants. So I keep watering every day. It's just magnificent. When I say you get out for note sometimes here on the allotment, and you buy a packet of seeds and you think, well, there's 1,000 seeds in there, whatever. Never use 1,000 seeds. Well, I was a bit disappointed by my first sowing of these, because it didn't come up very well. So I put lots and lots of seeds in, and look at that, lots of cut and grow lettuces coming up. This is just a wild variety mix. I don't know what's in here. I couldn't tell. It doesn't say it on the packet. It just says wild lettuce, and it is. It's absolutely wild. It's gone bonkers, but it's lovely. This has been in my little grow frame here, so it gets lots of heat all the time. I have to be on top of it though. It needs lots and lots of maintenance, and lots of water in here, because it always gets full sun. It's fantastic, and well, that will really fill this out, and soon we're about to start cutting them and eating them. Just fantastic. There's some big leaves in there. The problem is here, they look a bit rubbery. Maybe they need to get a bit bigger to just lengthen the leaves out. So we'll see what they are. Some of them are really light and delicate. You could take them off now if you wanted a small light salad. We'll see how they develop. Oh, well, let's talk all things, shall we? Woodlice. I had a lovely answer or a little comment from Mr. Larkin about he's been inundated with woodlice and earwigs and slugs over the last couple of years because of damp. Unfortunately, woodlice are really, really, really good for a garden environment such as mine, and any garden environment, if you're because they're really hard workers, because they love decay. They love getting in there. They love wet and damp environments, dark environments at night. They hide under the rocks, under wood chip, anything they can find. And if it's decaying, then they'll have a go, they'll eat it, they'll help it to decay even more, they'll break it down. They're fantastic in compost heaps, and they're really good for the soil. They're very beneficial. They very rarely will eat plants at all. If the plants have already been attacked, say by slugs or by snails or something else, and there's a bit of decaying material, then that's why we may see them around our plants, because they're there to get the decaying material. They're not there to attack your vegetables, very rarely. So they're really good for, well, here on my allotment, they're fantastic. I have seen them a few times around my strawberries actually. And I have changed over the years what I put around my strawberries. I used to have wood chip down. Of course, damp environment attracts lots of wood lice to the area. I've now got lots of straw around, so it's a lot lighter, a lot area. Very rarely see them. They sometimes can tend, on rare occasions, have a go at the strawberries, the soft fruits. But again, only if they're decaying. If they're the strong fruits and they're well looked after and they're off the ground, they won't really eat my strawberries. So, but I do keep an eye, I do keep a close eye. I don't want any decaying strawberries, because that actually could affect the plant and the plant could die. So you need to keep an eye on those things. So it's a really, they get blamed for a lot of things. Different names, slaters, possibly because they look like slate. And there's one called pillbugs. So I couldn't remember the name. Pillbugs. I suppose, in a way, because of their shape, their oval shape, they look a bit like pills. The pillbugs, though, are a little like armadillos, and if they get attacked, they can roll up into a little ball and stop being attacked. They are part of the ecosystem here in any growing area, so they are food for. We haven't got any of these. We've got toads around here. Shrews that don't like them. Centipedes will have a go. There's a certain type of spider that will have a go to bless them, and there's ground beetles as well. If you've got any of those in the area, then obviously this part of the ecosystem, they will be feeding off of the woodlice. But generally, they don't harm plants. They're, as I said, they're a beneficial pest, I suppose. We could class it as a pest, but they're just a beneficial animal to have here on the allotment. It's fantastic. So if you see them, don't panic. Create an area for them. If you think they're attacking your plants, get them some damp material around where they are, so that they focus on that rather than the other thing. Really good. So woodlice, keep them, don't panic about them, and we're not having an infestation, even though we think we are. It's obviously other species that attack your plants first, and they come in and I suppose do the tidying up in a way. Speaking of slugs, we're going to cross to Canada, and poor Ali in Canada, they've been out, the slugs apparently, and they've had a go at your daffodils and your mini irises, and they've literally got to them before they've had a chance to come out and even become flowers. So it's awful, Ali. Slugs, honestly, sometimes I know we need them. We do need them as well. They are part of the ecosystem. But as you know, last year I lost, I'd say 90% of all my crops here due to slugs. So fingers crossed that the nematodes I've put down this year are helping. The coffee grounds definitely have. Quickly, got 25 seconds. Just come down to lock everything up at night, about 9 o'clock at night. And, well, I walked past my wildlife area with the wildflowers, and suddenly noticed a couple of slugs. Not only big slugs, but tiny baby slugs. So I've cleared the area of the slugs. I'm really surprised though, although this is the only place on the allotment I have slugs. So fingers crossed they're nowhere else. I will keep an eye. I'm glad I've come down actually, because I was really surprised they're here bouncing around off my bluebell plants here at the back, and obviously have a little nibble on some of the other plants. So now I need to really double up and make sure this area remains clean of slugs, because I want my wildflowers to grow strong and tall. So we get lots of little butterflies and bees in here to help pollinate the rest of my plants that I'm sowing and growing here on the allotment. A little update before I go though. Look, I've got a little lettuce. Isn't that fantastic? And this one is a web lettuce. So it's a full little lettuce, a bit like icebergs, quite compacted. And you know what? I've got about 20 of these, so I think I'll be all right for lettuces. I'm really pleased that's really come up. In fact, the ones outside, this has been in the greenhouse, the ones outside And they're a little bit behind, but we want that. We want to be able to pick in a few weeks' time. And look what's happening here. Look at my beautiful giant sunflower. I've got about 3 of these actually, maybe 4 or so. This one is the tallest amongst them all. And but the others are getting there. This is the strongest as well. These are quite leggy, some of them. Maybe I need to get them to bigger pots and we'll try again. This is going to go outside in about 2 or 3 weeks' time, just into May. Hopefully the weather's a lot warmer by then. I can't wait to see how giant it actually is. Fantastic stuff. Well, before I go as well, my bluebells are out. So I'll leave you today with a beautiful picture of my bluebells. And well, I'll see you next time here on Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. Ta-ra for now.